one-stop shop for everything Atheist Sunday and school.
No, it's especially the school part.
Especially.
Yeah.
Because we're all so educated.
Yes. We are the most edumacated of all. So, announcements before we get started here.
Yes.
Yes.
But first, I mean, we can't do announcements with no one here. So,
That's true.
let's first play the 100 points game.
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
What is the last episode of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Like the title or like
No,
the
no,
number?
The premise.
Yeah, the premise of the last episode of Yu-Gi-Oh is that Yugi goes off to an island and puts his soul inside of a Wing Karibo card that he gives to Jaden and XD or GX. Or
Oh, okay.
whatever.
Hold on. The last episode of the original series.
Oh.
You know, the good one.
Well, they stopped the Silivori Calcos at that point.
They had already done that. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe it's like some Egyptian thing. It probably has nothing. You know, maybe like Taya is there. and Mai.
You know what? I'm giving you 2 points.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. Teo was there, and it was an Egyptian thing.
Okay. What actually happened in the last episode of Yu-Gi-Oh?
It was a battle between Yugi and the Pharaoh. And in order for the Pharaoh's soul to be set free, he had to lose a duel. And he lost to Yugi.
Oh.
Yeah. It was very, very sad.
So why didn't he just start the duel and immediately surrender?
Because it had to be, you each had to try your best. Otherwise, it wouldn't count.
Well, just because he gives up doesn't mean he's not trying his best.
Yes, it does.
He's trying his best to achieve his goal, which is to
he's
lose.
trying his best to win.
Oh.
They each have to try their best to win.
Oh.
Yes, hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hey, you actually made it for this one. Great.
All right.
Your
Fantastic.
question.
Yes, that was my question.
What is Master Roshi's master's name
Who's Master Roshi?
in Dragon Ball?
Piccolo.
No.
Damn.
No. It's Master Mutaito.
Okay. I would never have guessed that.
That's based on Muay Thai.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, Chris. Hello, Landon.
Hello, Landon.
All right. So now we have people here. Fantastic.
We can do our announcements.
Yes, we
Carry
can.
on.
Okay. So on the 5th, I am actually going to be giving a talk on. It's going to be about textual criticism. So it's going to be an introduction to that, and I'm pretty excited to give it. And then the day after, which is on a Sunday, we're going to be here in studio. But guess who our guest will be?
Ooh, who's our guest gonna be?
Richard Carrier in studio.
Richard Carrier's gonna be here. Are we gonna get him wasted?
Yeah, why not?
And that's great.
Not only we can try, but also after that, he has agreed to do a Hot Ones style interview.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's gonna die.
I told him that
like,
he's like super white, so he can't do the super hot stuff. And he was like, as long as it's not ridiculously hot. And I'm like, okay, fine. We won't go that high just for Richard, but we'll take him to the limit.
Wow. Okay. So basically, we're gonna get him wasted, like we do with all our guests, and then we're gonna make him eat hot wings when he can't handle eating hot wings. Richard Carrier is gonna be over in that corner throwing up for hours.
Yeah. May 5th is when I am giving the talk, and then May 6th, which is the Sunday, he's going to be right here. So yes, Chris is. Wow. Wow. He just. Okay.
How many numbers will be in Numbers chapters 13 through 15? I asked Lawrence right before we went on, how many numbers are there? And he told me there are infinite numbers. Not very helpful, Lawrence. But perhaps as a fun game you can play as a mathematician, you can count every time we say a number.
And only mathematicians can play that game.
Only
That's a dangerous
mathematicians.
game.
Yep, a dangerous. You could go nuts.
You could go nuts. Alright.
Any more announcements?
Other than that,
Other than that?
no, really, no announcements, nothing super special. So we can hop right into it, and I'm very excited about this because this is a very interesting story. 13 and 14 are actually pretty intriguing when it comes to Old Testament scholarship.
And then 15 is just boring garbage.
Yeah, I decided to just throw it in there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Because it's some more laws, and I think we can all
agree that the laws are arcane and ridiculous.
They are arcane and ridiculous, and they are funny as fuck.
All right.
So
Well, then let's begin. I have the King James Version of the Bible.
and I have the English Standard Version.
And for reference, we have an Old Testament survey.
Yes, we have Who Wrote the Bible by Richard Elliott Friedman, and we have the Oxford Companion to the Bible.
Now, these chapters were written by...
Oh, okay. If memory serves me correctly, it's E.
It's E.
For the most part, if memory serves me correctly. But let's check. Let's see. 13, 14, 15. No, I'm sorry. It's by J and P.
No.
Yeah. And then 15, these the laws that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. Did P write the laws?
No, actually.
Oh.
P wrote what looks like most of the laws, but half of them actually come from the redactor.
And are those sprinkled in, or are they...
No, it's the first part of it, chapters 15, 1 to 31, comes from the redactor, and the rest of it comes from P.
All right. Well, with that in mind, let's begin our analysis.
Yes, this is one of those chapters that is like split between two authors, similar to the flood story.
We're talking about 15, not 13, what we're about
Oh, no. What we're about to do,
Okay.
13.
What we're about to do is split between J and P as well.
Yes.
Okay. So let's begin then. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. And these were their names. Of the tribe of Reuben, Shammua the son of Zakur. Of the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat the son of Hori. Of the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh. Of the tribe of Issachar, Igal the son of Joseph. Is it Joseph or Yosef?
Well, I guess it would have been Yosef, but because we read it how we do, we're just gonna go with Joseph.
All right, because then it would also be Judah,
Yeah.
and they would be the Jewish people. Where was I? There's so many of these of the tribe ones. Okay, of the tribe of Judah, I did Judah. Where was I? 10? 9?
You just said Joseph, so I think you're at 8 now.
I'm at 8 now.
Yes.
Of the tribe of Ephraim, Oshea, the son of Nun?
None.
None. It's not none as in like nothing, but none as in like a Catholic nun.
Yeah.
Of the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, the son of Raphu. Of the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, the son of Sodi. Of the tribe of Joseph, namely of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Susi. Of the tribe of Dan, Amiel, the son of Gamali. Of the tribe of Asher, Sethur, the son of Michael. Of the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi, the son of Vopsi. Of the tribe of Gad, Geuel, the son of Machi. Yeah, it is like
It is like Klingon.
Juden, yeah. I guess. Would they be the Jewish people?
I don't think no.
No. So it wouldn't be Judah.
It would be Judah.
Well, Jewish comes from Judah. Judaism. Judaism.
Right, but Jewish is a different thing.
Okay. So if it's Judah, it's
That's the land of Judah.
Judaism.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what the equivalent to Jewish would be, though, and I'm pretty sure it's not Jewish.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Yeah. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Hoshea the son of Nun. Okay, now he's renaming them. Okay, he's making them into ninja spies.
No, they were.
He's giving them ninja spy names. So, and Moses called Hoshea the son of Nun Jehoshua. And Moses sent them to spy. It's not Joshua, it's Jehoshua.
Is that what yours says? Did you just break it up?
Hoshua.
Oh, okay. So here's where we get into this. So this kind of falls into our into how translations. Yes, absolutely. That was a great episode of South Park.
What? You said a bunch of Russian.
No, that was German.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you should learn German, Chris.
Yeah. So what's really interesting? Wait, well, I don't even know what I was saying. I just got distracted by the fucking chat. Right. Okay. So the name that's given in the KJV for Joshua is so. First of all, it's the same name given to Jesus in like a yes. So it's the same.
But
name.
here it's Joshua.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's because since the name is exactly the same, this is actually one of the kind of the theories of myth that is really interesting because
so they made this Joshua different to differentiate him from this Joshua.
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly why, but I know that the name is the same. And then we just changed them. We call one Joshua and one Jesus, even though it's the same fucking name in Hebrew. So I know I've seen some Christians comment on our videos saying that they stopped calling him Jesus because they realized there was no letter J, and I'm like, okay, I'm aware that there was no letter J.
It's Yeshua.
I'm just translating. This is just how we speak colloquially. So
well, no, Yeshua is different from Yehoshua.
I know that Joshua is the same name as Jesus, though.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But let's go on.
And Moses sent them out to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that they dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not, and be of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So we get the time of year, and he basically tells them to go scout out the area. So they went up and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rehob, as men come to Hamath. And they ascended by the south, and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. Is that true?
What?
It says Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. Is that?
I don't know. That was never covered in the books I've read. The specific dates.
We should look into that, because if that's not true,
I know that Hebron is a very ancient city, and it was used as a stronghold for other groups, especially the Amorites, which in in the Bible, the Amorites are portrayed as being these evil, terrible people, but in reality, they were pretty much the strong part of the nation before Israel and Judah were the big thing, before their fall. But they're pretty much a forgotten nation, which is very interesting.
So, do you have a map?
Is this a pickup line? I've heard this one before.
No, it's not a pickup line.
No? Okay.
But let's look at the map here.
Okay.
So,
Let's see. Here's Hebron in Judah.
so there's Hebron. So
Here's
they
Hebron
ascend by
in
the
Judah,
south.
if you can see. Yes.
And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bare it between two upon a staff, and they brought of the pomegranates and the figs. So they find the brook of Eshcol, which is by Hebron. So where's this brook?
I don't know where the brook is. It says it was just south of there, right?
Well, they said they were coming up from the south.
Oh, okay.
So let's trace their steps as we go. The place was called the brook Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days. So they are currently located south. So they're probably in Arad, right?
Or around there.
Or in Simeon's area here.
Yeah, this is just the Judah area, because so Judah was split up into two pieces, into two tribes basically, and it was like the southern part, and then Israel was the northern part, but it had like 10 tribes, but they were the ones that were always in war and always had their ups and downs. So a lot of this book was written from a Judite perspective.
So, for viewer reference, we're currently located in the general area west of the Dead Sea.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's continue then. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. So they go to Kadesh. Where's Kadesh?
Kadesh is in Egypt.
In Egypt.
Yeah, it's not on these maps, but it is in Egypt.
All right. And they told him and said, we came
Or I
on...
think it's like near Egypt, and I know it was definitely ruled by Egypt.
Okay, well, this is more of... So Kadesh has got to be like...
Like somewhere like right along the Mediterranean, I think. I could be very wrong. My geography is not that great.
All right. To Kadesh, they showed him the fruit of the land, and they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. So when they say milk and honey, that's just saying that
Good stuff there's there.
abundant resources.
Yes.
Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, because they have abundant resources. Right? And the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Now, they haven't run into a walled city.
So here's the really interesting part.
Or maybe they did.
These cities at one point, I know Hebron, for example, was at one point a walled city, but the timelines do not match up, because these books were written much later, and they just had their information wrong. Their timeline was just simply bad. So the stronghold was probably from the Amorite period.
So basically what you're saying is that the person who wrote this particular verse, which is either J or P.
None of them knew, because they were trying to build off of what they read in the Deuteronomistic history.
Right. So they knew that this particular city had walls around it, probably.
No, they knew from the Deuteronomistic history that, yeah, they thought that they knew.
Right,
that it had
so
walls around it.
They just assumed that it would also be the case in this time period when they wrote the story.
No. So the Deuteronomistic history was written about the stuff that happened before. You know, it was kind of like the
And
stuff
they're
with David and
referencing
Solomon.
that while writing Numbers.
Yes.
Right. So
They assumed it was like that way before and since the time of like David.
yeah. So they're wrong.
Yes.
Now, that's another thing you can point out.
Yeah,
to
because
religious people.
David and Solomon, they probably existed, but they're
Solomon probably existed
well, so,
with all of his wives.
It was called House of David, but we have inscriptions of that from other nations. But the very interesting thing is that their territories were it's in Iran. Oh, it might be.
Kadesh is in Iran.
Okay. But their nations were not that strong. They weren't as gigantic or powerful as the Bible describes them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least Moses isn't a complete idiot. He sends out scouts to look at an area before he shows up with all of them.
Yeah.
So the people are strong. And they saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and Jebusites, the Amorites, dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. Is that all correct?
Is that where they dwell? I have no idea.
Oh, well, you've looked into the
if
Hittites, especially, you've looked into. I know.
Yes, it sounds about right. The region is correct.
Okay. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it." But the men that went up with him said, "We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we." And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, "The land through which we have gone to search is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." So basically, do they mean literal giants here? Are they saying that there were literally like 25 foot tall or higher monsters living in this area? But
I don't think they literally meant that. I don't think these books were not meant to be taken literally when they were writing them.
well, also at this time, see, when people say that there are giants in the Bible, what these people are really saying is that they made up the story about there being like massive
This
people.
was all allegory. This is something that
yeah, but within the narrative itself.
Oh, okay.
Within the narrative itself, they go into the land. They see that the people are stronger than them, and they come back and they tell them this. They tell the general public this story about there being giants there, right? So even in the Bible, it does not support the notion that there are actual giants at this point, which a lot of people will say that it does support.
Yeah.
Because they mention giants. It is just a bullshit story within a bullshit story.
It is, in fact, just a bullshit story.
All right. Hey, if you're enjoying the stream, give it a like. It really helps
Yes.
us out. And also share it around with your friends, family, compatriots, countrymen, veterans,
Ex-girlfriends.
ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, estranged children, your priest, your pastor, your rabbi, your minister, your bishop.
Yeah,
your
I'm
cardinals.
sure they will absolutely love it. So before getting, I'm trying to figure out if I should wait until after chapter 14. I probably should. I'll wait until after chapter 14, and then I'm going to read a section from here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Chapter 14. Then all the congregation raised a loud cry, and the people wept that night. And all the people of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The whole congregation said to them, "Would that we had died in the land of Egypt." What? Would that we had died in the land of Egypt!
So-
Exclamation point.
You would have died.
No, they're saying that compared to their current situation, they would have preferred to have died in the land of Egypt.
Or that we had died in the wilderness. Okay. Why is the Lord bringing us into this land to fall by the sword? Our wives and our little ones will become a prey. Would it not be better for us to go back to Egypt? And he said, and they said to one another, let us choose a leader and go back to Egypt. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the people of Israel. And Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were among those who had spied out the land, tore their clothes and said to all the congregation of the people of Israel, the land which we passed through to spy out is exceedingly good land. If the Lord delights in us, he will bring us into the land and give it to us, a land that flows with milk and honey. So, I am thinking about the perspective the people of Canaan would have seen this. Like, these guys come in from the wilderness, and the people of Canaan are like, who are these fucking dudes? And they're like, God has given us this great land, and they're just sitting there all confused and just have no idea what's going on, and then eventually there are a bunch of Jews everywhere.
Well, apparently, like, they don't even want to go
taking
in.
all the milk and all the honey.
They don't even wanna go. They just want to turn around and go back to Egypt.
Because they don't think they'll get it.
Right.
Yeah. If the Lord delights, whatever. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not fear the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their protection is removed from them, and the Lord is with us. Do not fear them. They are bread for us. Makes them sound like fucking cannibals. Then all the congregations said to stone them with stones. But the glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting to all the people of Israel. And the Lord said to Moses, how long will this people despise me? And how long will they not believe in me in spite of all the signs that I have done among them?
Mine says, how long will this people provoke me?
Ooh, scary shit.
Yeah, well, the Catholics, I assume, use the King James Version of the Bible.
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, there are those KJV only ones.
Yeah.
Which are silly.
And, well, within Catholic canonicity, they have the Sirach, actually, which is changed into Ecclesiasticus.
Okay.
Which is really pushing for the fear of God. And they do push strong for, like, the fear of God approach in the general Catholic community. So maybe they choose these words specifically for, like, to instill that fear in people, where it's like, do not provoke the Lord instead of do not despise the Lord. Because provoking means that the Lord will do something about it.
Right. It kind of goes on, actually. I will strike them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and I will make of you a nation greater and mightier than they. Is he talking about... Oh, he's talking about the Canaanites, I think. But he's talking also about his people.
The people who are deciding to leave.
Right. Okay. Apparently Catholics don't use the KJV. Okay. Whatever.
Okay.
So, so basically, here's how things are going down, and I think this translation is very interesting, because in this one, God is or in both of them actually, God is questioning Moses. He is asking Moses a question as if he does not know the answer to it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it's also a question...
Because is this rhetorical?
It's rhetorical. It's also a question that Moses can't possibly know the answer to. He's like,
right.
Look, how long is this going to go on? If someone asks you that, you don't have an answer.
Sometimes you do.
Well, sometimes you do, but generally you don't. It's just like trying to point out that it can't continue on the way it is.
Right. They could have just said this can't continue on the way it is.
Yeah, but then...
Stupid God.
Look, God works in mysterious ways.
Cop out. All right. But Moses said to the Lord, "Then the Egyptians will hear of it, for you brought up this people in your might from among them, and they will tell the inhabitants of this land. They have heard that you, O Lord, are in the midst of this people. For you, O Lord, are seen face to face, and your cloud stands over them, and you go before them, in a pillar of cloud by day, and in a pillar of fire by night." Now, what I want to point out here is that a long time ago, when Egypt was the big player,
In a galaxy far,
far away, when Egypt was a big player, they didn't really own, like, Canaan wasn't part of their land, but they had like some jurisdiction there, I guess. They were just kind of, you know how we are with Cuba?
Yes.
Like, Cuba's not a state, but we're kind of like, it's part of the fucking, like, it's really weird. You know what I'm talking about?
That's not Cuba.
Oh, Puerto Rico. I'm fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Cuba is.
I'm fucking stupid. Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico is not a state, but it's part of, like, we rule over it, don't we, or some shit? We have like some jurisdiction there.
I guess.
Am I completely misunderstanding things?
No, that's basically how it works. You got it. It's okay.
Tell me if
Lawrence.
I'm wrong. But yeah, Puerto Rico, I fucked up. Well, that's kind of how Canaan was to Egypt.
A territory.
Yeah, it was a territory, but they didn't actually own it.
Yeah, we have an embargo. We had. Do we still have the embargo against Cuba?
No, I think
Obama
got rid of that.
But did Trump put it back in place?
I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
I'll have to look into that.
I know that Trump didn't give a shit about the hurricane there. He was like, they'll be fine.
Yeah. Anyways, continue on.
Yeah. Man, I fucked up on that one.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about.
Yeah, but
politics.
I don't know shit about world affairs.
We're addressing our higher pursuits now. Our spiritual
ones. Now, if you kill this people as one man, then the nations who have heard your fame will say, "It is because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land that he swore to give them that he has killed them in the wilderness. And now, please let the power of the Lord be great as you have promised, saying, 'The Lord is slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love, forgiving iniquity and transgression, but he will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on their children to the third and fourth generation. Please pardon the iniquity of this people according to the greatness of your steadfast love, just as you have forgiven this people from Egypt until now.'" So he's pretty much claiming that this God is super loving, but
Mine says mercy instead of love.
that's interesting.
Mine says, "The Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Pardon, I beseech thee, the iniquity of this people according unto the greatness of thy mercy, and as thou hast forgiven this people from Egypt and even until now."
Okay. So it's basically all so original sin, good idea. Also, God is very loving.
So loving and merciful.
So loving and merciful that he punishes you for the sins of your fathers.
Continue on.
Then the Lord said, "I have pardoned according to your word. But truly as I live, and as all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord, none of the men who have seen my glory and my signs that I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and yet have put me to the test these 10 times, and have not obeyed my voice, shall see the land that I swore to give to their fathers. but none of those who despise me shall see it. But my servant Caleb, because he has a different spirit and has followed me fully, I will bring into the land into which he went, and his descendants shall possess it. Now, since the Amalekites and the Canaanites dwell in the valleys, turn tomorrow and set out for the wilderness by the way to the Red Sea. And the Lord spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, How long shall this wicked congregation grumble against me? I have heard the grumblings of the people of Israel, which they grumble against me. Say to them, As I live, declares the Lord, what you have said in my hearing I will do to you. Your dead bodies shall fall in the wilderness, and of all your number listed in the census from 20 years old and upward, who have grumbled against me, not one shall come into the land where I swore that I would make you dwell, except Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, the son of Nun. But your little ones, who you said would become a prey, I will bring in, and they shall know the land that you have rejected.
So at least they're giving them, like, until adulthood to accept the loving mercy and greatness of the Lord.
Yes, all the way up until adulthood. And then there's a point where you're like, no excuse.
If you make it to be an adult without accepting God, then you don't get to go into the ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue on.
But as for you, your dead bodies shall fall in the wilderness, and your children shall be shepherds in the wilderness 40 years, and shall suffer for your faithlessness. So fucking punish for the sins of their fathers.
Literally.
Fucking
And their grandfathers. And their great-grandfathers.
yes, for fucking all those generations. Until the last of your dead bodies lies in the wilderness. So until they're all dead, basically. Until the original generations are dead, every other generation will suffer.
Mm-hmm. That's insane. Why would anyone willingly take part in this system?
Why would anyone be, like, happy about this?
I'm out of coffee.
Wah wah. According to the number of the days in which you spied out the land, 40 days, a year for each day, and you shall bear your iniquity 40 years, and you shall know my displeasure. I, the Lord, have spoken. Surely this will I do to all this wicked congregation who are gathered together against me. In the wilderness they shall come to a full end, and there they shall die.
Mine says, in this wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die.
Ooh, tense.
Good curse.
Tense. And the men...
Thank you, mysterious off-camera person who's
yes,
unnamed.
person that we have never seen before ever. And the men whom Moses sent to spy out the land, who returned and made all the congregation grumble against him by bringing up a bad report about the land. Sounded like a pretty good report, didn't it?
It was a good... Well, their report is that, like, you can't go in, so that's a bad report.
Okay.
But the land itself is pretty
great,
nice.
yeah. The men who brought up a bad report of the land died by plague before the Lord. Of those men who went to spy out the land, only Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh remained alive. So, if we go back, where are those guys from? Because when we were going over the tribes...
Caleb is of the house of Judah.
Okay.
And Joshua is... Jehoshua, or Joshua. It's different between these two, I think.
Well, they seem like the same person. Where does it say... Does it say what tribe Joshua was a part of? Was that Manasseh?
Joshua the son of Nun
Okay.
is Jehoshua, who was called Oshea, and from the house of Nun. It's up here somewhere.
I mean, it should be. We read off all the tribes, didn't we? Pretty sure.
Yeah. Ephraim. Oshea.
Okay.
Okay, Oshea the son of Nun, of the tribe of Ephraim. So Judah and Ephraim's tribes.
That's interesting. So Shiloh and Bethel, along with Hebron, those were some pretty big cities. Shiloh was like a big, and that was in Ephraim. That was a big city when it came to worship later. So that's very interesting that they picked those two. They picked Judah, the one who didn't get into all the wars, and they picked a religious center of the time.
Do you think maybe there's so much repetition because they knew people wouldn't sit down and read this in one sitting, and they wanted to make sure that the information that they needed was always on the next page?
I don't think that's why.
Because, like, it seems to be how it works out.
Yeah, but I don't think that's why.
That would
Alright.
be pretty intelligent design.
I hate you. Intelligent design, my
Hey, if
dickhole.
you're enjoying the stream, share it and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
If you're enjoying the stream, drop a like. All right, and then I'm going to just finish off this chapter, and then I'm going to read a bit about it. When Moses told these words to all the people of Israel, the people mourned greatly, and they rose early in the morning and went up to the heights of the hill country, saying, "Here we are. We will go up to the place that the Lord has promised, for we have sinned." But Moses said, "Why now are you transgressing the command of the Lord when that will not succeed? Do not go up, for the Lord is not among you, lest you be struck down before your enemies. For there the Amalekites and the Canaanites are facing you, and you shall fall by the sword, because you have turned back from following the Lord."
That's terrible advice.
Yeah.
They should go up to the mountain because then you have the high ground, which gives you a strategic advantage over the people that you're fighting against. This is ridiculous. Why would you ever follow Moses' advice after this point? Look, he just got the vast majority of his folks killed.
Yeah, that's true. When they didn't follow him at one point, that was the golden calf story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, "Fuck the other half of you guys."
Yeah. So, like, why would anyone still be following Moses at this point? Other than, like, the threat of if you don't follow Moses, then you're going to get killed by God, I guess. But that's the only thing he has. He doesn't give sound advice. This is anyone who's ever played Age of Empires.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Anyone who's ever played Age of Empires or, like, Civilization, they know that you go for the high ground. And when you get into the air in those games, that's when you win, right? But this is terrible. Terrible advice. They should be stringing up bows and hanging out at the top of a mountain.
The Amalekites shall face you, yada, yada, yada. Lord will not be with you. But they presumed to go up to the heights of the hill country, although neither the ark of the covenant of the Lord nor Moses departed out of the camp. Then the Amalekites and the Canaanites who lived in that hill country came down and defeated them and pursued them, even to Hormah. Just some other random fucking city. Alright. Yep, so they got fucked, I guess.
So what did you want to read from Who Wrote the Bible about this chapter?
I am trying to find the right part here because it's kind of weird. Let's see. Moses sends a group of spies from the wilderness to report on the land. All but one of them says that the land is impregnable. The one exception is Caleb, who urges the people on. But the people listen to the other spies and they rebel. Yahweh responds by condemning the entire people to wander in the wilderness until they all die and a new generation grows up to inherit the land 40 years. Now this is in the JE version. So this is like, if we split up this story into the two pieces, this is just this is just Jay's version that he's going over right now. The one exception to the condemnation is Caleb, the one faithful spy. He will live to arrive in the land. Now in the P version, the story is basically the same, except that now there are two faithful spies who urge the people on, Caleb and Joshua. Why Joshua? This was the P writer's solution to a rather delicate problem. He knew that Joshua was the person who succeeded Moses as the people's leader. This was established tradition, and he was not in a position to change it. But what was Joshua's special merit? What enabled him to be the only Israelite adult besides Caleb to be born in Egypt and live to arrive in the Promised Land? Or that was the question. What enabled him to do it? What enabled him to do so? According to J.E., Joshua was the only Israelite who did not participate in the golden calf heresy. He was up on the mountain waiting for Moses, but the P writer could not tell the golden calf story because Aaron was the villain. Also in J.E., oh, thank you.
Excellent.
Also in J.E., Joshua was Moses' faithful assistant who used to stand guard in the tabernacle. But the P writer could not tell that either because according to P, only a priest can enter the tabernacle. By P's rules, Joshua would be executed for being in there. This writer had to find some other way to explain Joshua's merit. Adding Joshua to the spy story solved the dilemma.
Wow.
Yeah.
That did solve the dilemma.
Yeah. And then we can go over some interesting laws here. And it's labeled as laws about sacrifices.
Yep.
So, semi-long, but that's okay. And I will pull up the pages here. So I think 1531 is the cutoff point. But we're gonna start chapter 15, and if you guys are enjoying the stream, drop a like. Really helps us out.
All right. Chapter 15.
Yep.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, or a sacrifice in performing a vow, or a freewill offering, or in your solemn feasts, or to make sweet savor unto the Lord of the herd or of the flock.
It's P.
Yeah. It was P, right?
This is the redactor.
Wow. That's terrible.
There's bad as P.
They were just trying to fit it all together.
Yeah. Then shall he that offereth his offering unto the Lord bring a meat offering of a 10th deal of flour mingled with the 4th part of a hin of oil. And the 4th part of a hin of wine for a drink offering shalt thou prepare with the burnt offering or sacrifice for one lamb. Or for a ram thou shalt prepare for a meat offering 2/10 deals of flour mingled with the 3rd part of a hin of oil. And for a drink offering thou shalt offer the 3rd part of a hin of wine for a sweet savor unto the Lord. And when thou preparest a bullock for a burnt offering, or for a sacrifice in performing a vow, or peace offerings unto the Lord, then shall he bring with the bullock a meat offering of 3/10 deals of flour mingled with a half a hin of oil. And thou shalt bring for a drink offering half a hin of wine for an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. Thus shall it be done for one bullock, or for one ram, or for a lamb, or a kid. Or a kid.
Or kid.
Yeah. According to the number that ye shall prepare, so that ye shall do every one according to their number. All that are born of the country shall do these things after their manner. And an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. And if a stranger sojourn with you, or whosoever be among you in your generations, and will offer in offerings made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord, as ye do, so he shall do. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourneth with you, an ordinance forever in your generations. As ye are, so shall the stranger be before the Lord. One law and one manner shall be for you, and for the stranger that sojourn with you. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come unto this land whither I bring you, then it shall be that when ye eat of the bread of the land, ye shall offer up a heave offering unto the Lord. And ye shall offer up a cake of the first of your dough for a heave offering, as ye do the heave offerings of the threshing floor, so shall ye heave it. Of the first of your dough ye shall give unto the Lord a heave offering in your generations. And if ye have erred, and not observed these commandments which the Lord hath spoken to Moses, even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses, from the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforth among your generations. I think that Jay here really just wants some cake.
Jay? Redactor.
Redactor, okay.
The guy putting it all together.
Redactor really wants some cake.
Don't we all?
Yeah, we should get some cake. Go get some cake.
Yeah, Chris, go get some cake.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
What? Oh, wow. You messed up.
Can you grab a paper towel?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Where was I?
22.
22.
You know, really from this angle, you guys can't see it, but from this angle, it looks like somebody just shit here.
Great job, Lawrence.
Thanks.
I sure hope you can clean that off the white sheet.
Yeah. And off my pants.
If not, it'll have to get washed, I guess. Bleached.
Yeah, sorry, I'm making you wash something.
No. And if ye have erred, and not observed in these commandments which the Lord hath spoken to Moses, even all that the Lord hath commanded you by the hand of Moses, from the day that the Lord commanded Moses, and henceforth among your generations, then it shall be, if aught be committed by ignorance without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bullock for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor unto the Lord, with his meat offering and his drink offering, according to the manner, and one kid of the goats for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them. For it is ignorance, and they shall bring their offering as sacrifice made by fire unto the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for the ignorance. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of Israel, the children of Israel, and the stranger that sojourneth among them, seeing all the people were in ignorance. And if any soul that sinned through ignorance, then he shall bring a she-goat of the first year for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for the soul that sinneth ignorantly, when he sinneth by ignorance before the Lord. To make an atonement for him, it shall be forgiven him.
So that's pretty much exactly what's found in all of Leviticus.
Yeah. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. But the soul that doeth aught the presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth the Lord. And that soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he hath despised the Lord, despised the word of the Lord, and hath broken his commandment. That soul shall be utterly cut off. His iniquity shall be upon him. So after this point, it is no longer the redactor.
Yep.
Correct?
Now we're back to P.
Now we're back to P.
Yep. Great. The most exciting author of the Bible. It's absolutely riveting, this guy.
Absolutely riveting.
Like literal rivets.
Yeah, rivets.
So I guess that was written after.
Yeah, that was written after the rest of it.
Yeah. So that, I guess, was just a bridge gap. I think that just seemed like
Because the
a bunch of shit that they didn't want to fit anywhere else.
Because the split is very different here. It goes from these laws about the sacrifices and sins straight to something completely different. And then it goes into a different story. So it's just formatting wise, it's not normal.
All right. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
Oh shit.
They found him gathering sticks and brought him into Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation. And they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. And the Lord said unto Moses, The man shall surely be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp, and stoned him with stones. And he died, as the Lord commanded Moses.
And he died.
This is a very short verse, 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a riband of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember, and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God.
Ooh, he put that hammer right down, so you know.
Yep.
You know that he's your
He's
fucking
serious.
God. Yeah. No playing around.
He's like a whiny little child. He's like, I'm God. I'm God. Do it. I'm God.
I'm God. I brought you out of the land of Egypt.
You owe me.
You know, I kind of feel like I should be using my Brett Keane voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett Keane is a holy man.
I'm gourd. Contradictions of a gourd believer. That was a very good episode, by the way.
I think we should get Brett Keane on this show.
Oh. It's gonna put us to sleep. We're gonna be like, what the fuck is he talking about? I can't follow because he's so fucking boring.
Well, if we got him wasted first.
I think he's just gonna start talking about his teeth and why they've fallen out or some stupid shit like that.
Oh, my teeth are falling out.
God, I don't have any teeth because somebody punched them out of me.
But the good Lord is still with me.
Brett King, what a fucking embarrassment. So that is all the chapters for today.
Yep, and if you're curious, there are 39 chapters in Numbers?
36, I think.
36,
Yeah.
which means that we're not quite halfway done.
Yeah, not quite. But we're getting there.
But after next week's episode, we'll be halfway done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as always, thank you for joining us. And we have...
So when we finish the Torah, we should do a review of the Torah.
Review of the Torah? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we can do a review of the Book of Sages once we're done with the Torah.
The Book of Sages?
That's what the Jews use to refer to all the prophet chapters.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So... Right. May 5th, I will be giving a talk on textual criticism. And if you're in the Milwaukee area, I think there's going to be a page on Facebook about it. It's for Swift. That's the name of the organization. So wherever they do their meetups, if you're around, you can definitely come to that. It'd be cool.
But if you're a longtime fan of the series and you haven't yet bought a Milwaukee Atheist t-shirt, we have those for sale on our Teespring.
Yes, we do. Yes,
as
we
well
do.
as at MilwaukeeAtheist.com, where you can buy the same t-shirt that we wear in the opening video thing in most of our not Atheist Sunday School videos.
Yeah. So pick up an Atheist Sunday School. We should make an Atheist Sunday School t-shirt.
We should make an Atheist Sunday School t-shirt. Hey, if you would like an Atheist Sunday School t-shirt, let us know. And also, we have a Patreon.
Yep, Patreon.
And did Landon get his copy of your book yet?
No, I'm sending those out shortly.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yep, people who haven't gotten copies of the book will very shortly. I'll be sending them out.
All right. Landon, you're going to be able to read an excellent book. What's it called?
A shitty book written by an edgy teenager. I wasn't a teenager. I was like 20. But it's called "According to Your Evidence, Unicorns Exist." So I think we should definitely make an Atheist Sunday School t-shirt. Well, you know what? We can work on it after the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll work on that, and we'll put that in. But the cover.
Maybe we could just have it like ASS,
S.
and it's like big A, but then really small text. Atheist Sunday.
Yeah.
Chul.
No, I think we can come up with something better, like a butt pun. So
What?
like an ass pun.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Anyways, so the thing that you guys probably saw on our Patreon feed is the cover for my next book, for my upcoming one, which I have yet to finish. But that's going to be the cover for that one. But just as soon as that is done, you will be getting one of those. So
And I will be editing the book, so there will be no occurrences of just as soon as that done.
yeah.
So that's it for this time. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good
Have a
day
good
and
one.
come back now. You hear?